This article is coming to you from CBC, not CBDC. Too many readings of CBDC lately, man. So, anyway, guys, in this article, come on now, focus on the wording, right? You can even go ahead and read it for yourself. It's right there, cbdc.ca news business SVB, right? Canadian. So go ahead and check it out and read the article for yourself. But with all of this blame game of crypto, nah, these are banks falling, okay? Not crypto. So banking regulator state takes permanent control of Silicon Valley Bank's Canadian assets. Regulator took temporary control on Saturday and Sunday. This is a week ago. The superintendent of financial institutions took additional action to protect creditors of the Silicon Valley Bank SVB Canadian branch by taking permanent control of its assets. So the statement on the office of the superintendent of financial institution Canada also said the Ontario Superior Court of Justice has granted a winding up order that would begin an orderly court supervised process to restructure the Canadian branch. So, after Superintendent of Financial Institutions Peter Rutledge previously took temporary control of the assets held by SVB's Canadian branch after U.S. regulators shut down the Santa Clara, California-based bank last week. So this is this dude quoting here. I took this action to effect an orderly transition of the Canadian branch of Silicon Valley Bank to the FDIC Bridge Bank, Rutledge said in a statement issued on Wednesday. Continuing to quote, I am satisfied that this approach developed with officials in the United States is in the best interest of the branch's creditor. The SVB collapse was the second largest bank failure in the U.S. history. Wow. The U.S. Federal Reserve Board has announced a review of the supervision of the bank in the light of its failure. So you see, this is not the first time this has happened. And that doesn't say that SVB is the largest bank in the United States. So Justice SEC investigates. The Associated Press reported on Wednesday that the U.S. Department of Justice and the SEC Commission have launched a separate investigation into SBV's demise. Now, because they have launched a separate investigation does not mean that they're not a part of the same team. U.S. Senator John Thune, the second-ranking Republican in the state, said most Republican members want answers from regulators as to why they were asleep at the switch. They're always asleep at the switch. Look at what happened with FTX. U.S. regulators also shut down the New York-based Signature Bank in recent days, which was the third largest U.S. bank failure. In the wake of the bank failures, U.S. officials have taken steps to protect affected SVB and Signature depositors and to assure the public of the safety of the U.S. banking system. Yet SVB's demise, followed by that of Signature Bank 2 days later, sent global bank stocks on a roller coaster ride. This week, with investors discontinuing assurance from U.S. President Joe Biden and emergency steps giving banks access to more funding. Of course, listen, that's their bread and butter right there. They're not going to let that fail. So by Wednesday, focus had shifted from the United States to Europe, where the credit SUSE led a rout in bank shares after its largest investor said it could not provide more financial assistance because of regulatory constraints. Hoping to quell concerns, Swiss financial regulator and FINMA, and the Swiss bank said there were no indications of direct risk of contagion for Swiss institutions from U.S. banking market turmoil. They're just saying that to step aside from this fall, right? Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for checking out this another article brought to you from YNA Network. I hope you're having a great Saturday afternoon as we continue to roll out more of these articles. Yeah.